Stay gold, pony boy, stay gold. That is the famous line from S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. And yes, it is stay gold, pony boy, not stay golden. I hear people say that all the time. It is stay gold. But this was a reread for me, and I knew I was going to fly through it because it's really short, and since it was a reread, I kind of knew what to expect, obviously, but it had been so long, I kind of forgot a lot of it. So I was really happy to reread it, and I just thoroughly enjoy this book. If you haven't read it, you really should give it a shot. This book is about two gangs, the Greasers and the Socias, and the Greasers are the low-class hoodlums, and the Socias are the upper-class rich kids. And I believe it takes place in the 60s, and this book just explores so many topics, but does it in such a way that is easy to understand. Granted, some of the slang can be a little hard to understand if you're not familiar with it, but I feel like you can still get the gist of it. But overall, the language is very easy to understand, and it explores just some really complex topics. So the book follows Pony Boy, and Pony Boy is a greaser. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give away the story. So some of the topics that this book explores are complex sibling relationships. I think it does that extremely well. You explore Pony Boy's relationships with his two brothers, and you explore his relationship with the other greasers that are like his brothers but aren't his actual brothers. And I think that it just explores these complex relationships very well. The other thing this book explores is social class and privilege, which I think is extremely relevant today. And the big question that gets asked is, what does it mean to have a rough life? One of the characters that is a Soc named Cherry at one point says it's rough all over. And it is a very interesting topic to explore because obviously people that come from different classes and have different privileges in life experience very different things. And when you don't have your basic needs met, life can be way more difficult than if you are from the upper class. But the flip side to that is that you don't know anyone's journey. You don't know what someone else is walking through. And life can be hard even if you are from the upper class and have your basic needs taken care of. And I just love the complexity of that and the exploration of what it means to have a rough life. And I think in the end, the answer we get is not black or white. It's very gray. And that's really true, I think, in real life. Another huge topic this book explores is grief and how grief will change a person. Grief can literally change you, and you try to hold on to the people that you lose, and it changes you on a deep level. And I think it's perfectly portrayed in this book. I mean, it shows raw emotion, it shows denial, it shows so much. And I think that Hinton does an excellent job exploring these very difficult topics, especially in 180 pages. It is such a short book, and it is just done so perfectly well. So one thing I want to say, which I don't really think is a spoiler, so I think it's safe to say, this book literally ends where it begins. And I just love that choice by the author. I think that it just symbolizes how things come back around, and sometimes we don't know the significance of events in our lives until time has passed. And then we look back and we realize just how important those seemingly meaningless moments were. And so I just thought that that was a beautiful choice by Hinton to do in this book. So yeah, I believe that this is a great classic or modern classic, depending on your definition. If you're new to classics, I would say definitely give this a try because the writing style is easy and it's short, and I just think you'll get a lot out of it. I love this book, and so yeah, that's my opinion. If you've read this, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'd love to chat about it. What's next? I seem to be getting myself into a lot lately, which I actually am like really thrilled about, but it also is kind of making me nervous, but in a good way. So as you know, I am doing a reading challenge, and so that has been taking up some time. If you haven't seen my other videos, I'm doing a reading challenge in the month of June for the Epilepsy Foundation. You read 780 minutes for the month. That's everyone's goal. So that ends up being 26 minutes a day. And I have almost already hit my goal. By the time this video posts, I'm sure that I will have hit my goal because I only have like 30 minutes left to hit my goal for the month. So I am very excited for that. Along with reading every day, we are fundraising, and I have kind of stalled out on my fundraising. As of the time I've recorded this, I've raised $121 of my $200 personal goal for the Epilepsy Foundation. Overall, the Epilepsy Foundation hopes to raise $100,000, and at this point in time, all the participants have raised about $34,000. So it's very exciting. I hope that I can hit my personal goal, but I've kind of been stuck at this 121 lately, so I don't know how it will keep going, but if you want to check it out, I will have that information in the description box below. And if you decide to donate, thank you so much for your generosity. And if you want to join the challenge, it is not too late. You can still start and just catch up on your minutes and read for a great cause. But anyway, getting back to what I am reading now. So I've kind of accidentally started an unofficial little book club for the next book that I am reading. So I have gone from a tiny 180-page book to now I have decided to read an 849-page book, which is Stephen King's 11/22/63. This is a massive, massive book. It is just huge. And the reason I decided to read this is because my boyfriend Taylor, he loves the show for this and he wants me to watch it, but I told him I will not watch it until I've read the book. And so Taylor told me that if I read it, he'll read it. And so I was kind of surprised because Taylor doesn't really read too much, and when he does, it is usually manga. And so I couldn't like pass up that opportunity to do a buddy read with him. So Taylor and I have started reading this. But it doesn't stop there. So I've been wanting to read this book for like, I don't know, 6, 8, maybe even 10 years. I don't even know how long I've had this. But I bought this book because my Uncle Juan recommended it to me after he read it. And my Uncle Juan and I used to give each other book recommendations all the time. And Juan passed away a while back from cancer. And I had bought this book after he recommended it to me, but I hadn't ever read it. And then after he passed away, it became really hard to read this book because this was the last book he ever recommended to me. And so by not reading it for so long, it was kind of like I still had him here with me. He was still recommending me books. And so it was really hard to decide to read this, but I know that he wanted me to read this. That's why he recommended it to me. So I finally decided after so many years that I'm going to do it for Juan. And that led to me talking to my Aunt Amy, and Juan was Amy's husband. And I told my Aunt Amy about that and how he had recommended this to me. And Amy said that she had meant to read this a while ago and just also never got around to it. Life got in the way. And so she said that she would read it with me as well. And that led to my cousin also saying she would read it with me. And then my dad's girlfriend Melanie also might read it. She's gonna start a little later though because she's going on vacation and doesn't want to start it till she's back. So yeah, so like 4 of us are gonna be starting this now, possibly Melanie later in July, my mom is even considering reading this now too. So we've got like 5 of us, maybe 6, reading this book together, which I think is great because it's massive. It is just massive. And it's very, very intimidating. And that's probably the other reason I've put it off for so long, because it's just huge. And so I'm like excited. So we've kind of got this unofficial little book club that's doing this like unofficial read along. We're all going to be reading at our own pace, but at least this way we all have someone to talk to about the book, and we can like chat together and encourage each other to keep reading and not give up on this huge mammoth of a book. And we're doing it for one, and it's really exciting and kind of bittersweet, but I'm very, very excited to be reading this. I'm very, very nervous. Like, what did I get myself into? Because it's huge. So I hope to have this book finished by the time that I start college. If you missed my other video, I am going back to school, and so that gives me about 2 months, and so I think I should be able to do it. So it's kind of crazy going from this to this. It's just huge. Look at, like, it just dwarfs this other book. It's crazy. So like Stephen King, please do not disappoint me, because like if I'm gonna put in this much work, it better be good. I have heard great things about it, so I'm excited. I have started it, but so far I'm only on chapter 2. So we're making slow progress, but progress is progress. So it'll probably be a while before you guys get a book review for this from me. But watch for that sometime down the line. Anyway, that's all for this week. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and head over to my Facebook to get daily updates on my reading challenge for June, and also just for other bookish content throughout the week from me. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for talking books with me.